Hi, welcome to this week's episode of the Wed Pro podcast. I'm Katie.
And I'm Roxy. Hello.
We're going to be diving all things into email marketing today, so we hope that you're ready.
I'm dead excited about this subject because it's one we've wanted to cover for a while now, isn't it? And we're finally here with it.
Yeah, we do. We mention this quite a lot inside of our podcast, and actually it surprised me today that we've never dedicated a whole episode on email marketing. So here you are. You want to learn more about how you can use email marketing as a wedding pro. We're going to talk to you about our step-by-step way and how email marketing will help market your wedding business in a new way. As a wedding pro, I'm sure you've heard all about email marketing, but email marketing techniques don't necessarily work the same for wedding industry owners. And here is why. Like, your customers are here today and gone once they get married, right? And usually you only sell to them once. Now, we hope that you're actually turning them more into lifetime clients, but that's going to be about another podcast. And most email marketing strategies are all about building a massive list of qualified buyers that you can then spend several weeks, months, years warming them up. And then that's going to be the key to unlocking sales for your product-based business or your online business. Now, this doesn't quite work the same for the wedding industry, where a customer's life cycle is sometimes about a year, other times kind of 2, sometimes it's just a matter of weeks. So how can you use email marketing in your business to make more money and attract more of your dream clients? Well, that's what we're covering today. So first, let's talk, what is email marketing?
Well, email marketing is one of those things that actually sounds a lot more scarier than it is. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than you want to make it. I think it's another one of those words that you think, oh my God, it's like a technical term. It's like SEO. What does that mean? Oh, help me. But we're going to strip it back for you to make it extra easy. So email marketing is simply directing marketing to a subscriber through email. So that's how we're communicating to them.
And it's about using those emails to build your brand and spread the word about your business. Now, you're probably sending emails every day, but are you using the communication to its fullest? Like, we would want you to have a system inside of your business where, from initial contact right the way through to when they book, have had their wedding and post-wedding, that potential couples, there is a process in place for potential couples from the whole journey through. And there's plenty of opportunities within each step of the journey to help market and boost your business, even upsell products as well.
And what's really great about email marketing actually is that it means that once you've got this process down, each and every client that you touch base with is going to get the exact same love and care time and time again.
Yeah, that's great. What's a really interesting fact is that 90% of couples said that what they were receiving in their email responses played an important part when choosing their wedding supplier. So exactly what you just said there, in terms of having kind of an email marketing system set up, and that all that means is that somebody comes into your funnel, so into your website, into your world, whether they meet you at a wedding fair, whether they come across you on Facebook, Instagram, whether they find you on their website. Now, we know couples are having lots of touch bases with lots of different businesses before they book your service or your product or buy your product. We know that there is a massive research phase where couples are going through, maybe looking at lots of different wedding suppliers before they make the decision that's right with them. Now, if you don't have an email marketing system put in place in your business, you know, once they've left that touch point with you, whether they've left the wedding fair, whether they have left your website, or they've clicked follow on Instagram, but then they don't really see a lot of your content from then on in because, you know, the algorithm is squashing that content or whatever, Having an email marketing system means that you've got a direct line of communication with that couple. And this is why we love email marketing so much. And it's a game changer for the wedding businesses that implement it.
And what's really important as well to know is that if they have signed up to your emails, that means that they want to hear from you.
Yeah, and that's it. And then what we find actually is one of the deciding factors, and one of the ways that we can get couples to buy from us from a psychology point of view. Actually, the more basis that they have with a wedding supplier and the more communication that they share with a wedding supplier, the more likely they are to book them. So part of your booking process could be and should be, and we'll do a whole podcast based on this in the future, but it should encourage them to keep contacting you and keep giving you more information about their wedding, because then couples feel more invested in you as a supplier. But that's just a little bit of psychology that I'm throwing into the mix there. But we'll do a whole podcast based on like the psychology of selling to couples. But
a little bit of psychology.
Yeah. So from first contact right the way even after the wedding, emails has its place. Like even couples can be recommending you via word of mouth referrals. And if you're staying in contact via your email list with couples who've previously used your services, you enhance that chance of getting word of mouth recommendations from that couple. And you can also keep in touch with wedding suppliers as well via email. You can also provide you with word of mouth recommendations as well. Now you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I'm already like stacked in my business. How am I going to have time to send out all of these emails to people? But what the most amazing thing about email marketing is that once it's set up, yes, it takes some time to set up and to get it right. But once you do, it works on autopilot for you. So we would want you to have some sort of, and we would definitely recommend you having some sort of automated email marketing service that takes clients from initial first look with you, right the way through to book in a series of emails and touch points with that client along the journey. And one of the big pros as to why you might want to get this inside of your business is that I bet you're spending a lot of time writing out the same sorts of emails and pre-qualifying couples before you get to the point where they're ready to book your service. Now, by having an email marketing system that does this for you and a series of emails that fire off on automatic, that's done for you. So you cut out all that time writing the same emails out to your couples
over and over again. You can't beat a bit of systemization, and it will save you a lot of time and even a lot of kind of brain space if you've got certain parts put on autopilot. And this is one of them things that you can do that with. Yeah. And have a sales funnel that turns potential clients to paying and booking your actual services gives you that kind of brain space as well to focus on other things.
Yeah, I think like kind of nurturing those wedding leads into qualified buyers, exactly what I was kind of saying. The more contact you have with that, you're slowly nurturing those leads into like raving fans of your brand and then qualified buyers. And when you're using email marketing to create connection points with your product and clients that you have, such as answering questions or helping them to make a decision, and even sharing more about you in a fun way, you're going to be twice as likely to book that customer because they've made that connection and accelerated that know, like, trust factor with you.
So what's really, really great about email marketing is it is the fastest way to build that all-important know, like, and trust. And this is something that we speak up a lot about on our podcast, as you probably know. But building know, like, and trust is how ultimately you get couples to be booking your services.
Yeah, like from now, like this is, in order for them to purchase from you, they need to know about you, and this is where your marketing, advertising and brand awareness comes in. So once your couple finds out about you, or your ideal client finds out about you, you can start that wedding journey in that know, like and trust buy and opt-in, but we'll talk about that in a second. Then think about the like part of that. People buy from people who they like, Like, that is a fact. Like, if you want to hire somebody or buy from somebody, especially in the wedding industry, they need to like you. And this is where, like, your email marketing and things like Instagram stories as well really come in. Like, for this like section, we want you to be creating connection points with your ideal client. Like, what can you share more about you to create a connection point with your ideal customer? And this helps accelerate that like factor as well.
So next comes the trust. So if you are not trusted by your potential couple, they are not going to book with you. They're not going to part with payment. And as well, it is an emotional thing to be getting married, to planning a wedding. So if the trust is not there, it ain't going to happen. It's almost like dating your clients. You've got to build that rapport, that know, like, and trust before you get anywhere.
Yeah, and that trust is earned over time. It's like exactly like dating. Like, some potential customers, they immediately trust you based on what they see or read online or when they meet you. But for most customers, it takes some time to earn their trust. Now, email marketing does this the best out of any marketing platform out there. To build that trust, you want to be consistent, and having a nurture sequence in your business where you consistently show up in your ideal client inbox and help them solve their problem, remind them about who you are, back up with like amazing testimonials or back up with social proof that you are an amazing business. With every informative and helpful email that you send to your client, you build trust with that person.
So you said a word there, or a phrase that some people might not be familiar with, and that's nurture sequence. It's another one of those terms that you think, what the heck? So a nurture sequence is exactly what we've just spoke about. It's a sequence of contacts with your potential client that builds know, like, and trust in order to get them from looking to booking.
Yeah, and hopefully with what we've just said in terms of that know, like, trust factor, you can start to see how email marketing can help you with all of those three things. So how can you use email marketing as a wedding pro? Here we go. So we need to take you through that nurture sequence. First of all, you have something called an opt-in. Something like you want to ditch those subscribe to our newsletter forms on your website that are really generic and spend some time creating something valuable that solves your ideal client's problem. So if you're a wedding planner, you might want to create a guide to like the best venues in your area, etc. There are tons of ideas that you can use. So no matter what you decide, make sure that your download is available and it solves your ideal client's problem. That's the first step. Then we go on to this nurture sequence. So the nurture sequence, exactly what we just said, is a series of emails scheduled to go out when somebody opts into your freebie. You write them once, and then you might want to tweak them a couple of times and test them, absolutely, for sure. But the idea is that once they're working for you, you write them once, someone signs up, and then they're automatically added to a sequence of emails that nurtures the heck out of them. So you don't have to send out a weekly newsletter to your subscribers. Who's got time for that anyway? You can just pre-write a series of emails that go out over a time period that you choose, and then you let that work do it for you.
And how amazing is that this is working on a automated basis. Each client that contacts you or gets put into your nurture sequence is getting the same love, the same care, the same amazing information, it doesn't matter whether the sun's shining, it's raining, having a good day, a bad day. Everybody is getting the same amount of amazingness from you.
Absolutely. And the great thing about it is, like you said, no matter when they come into your sequence, so whether they're getting married in 6 months, 2 months, 2 years, you've got touch points with them. So you can set your sequence to go out however often you like. The clients that we work with, we set a sequence. Some choose to set a sequence over quite a short period of time, with the idea to book a call or to book a consultation or to sell their service at the end of that sequence. Some of the clients we work with prefer to do it over a longer period of time. And we can definitely talk with you about what would work best for your business. But the idea is that you don't want clients to be getting away from you, whether they come visit your website. We know that 80% of people that are hitting, might even be higher than that, I'm sure it's higher, it's at least 80%, are taking no action when they visit websites. They're kind of coming on and leaving. And you can check your own bounce rate for this by going into your own Google Analytics or having a look at your website analytics. So that client's gone now, and you've lost that kind of control that you had. Now, we as business owners, like, we want to have the control. We want to have the control of being able to market to people rather than waiting for people to come to us. We want to be able to put processes in place where we can get in front of them. So having this set up in your business is going to stop those leads walking out, forgetting who you were. Like, even if you come like right at the end, even of kind of the booking process, and you know, all the wedding fairs happen, and you know, then it tends to tailor off, doesn't it? Like, couples stop going to wedding fairs now, but you might be somebody that's like, maybe you're a wedding dance specialist and you teach couples how to do their first dance, or you're a, you know, entertainment, or you're something that comes right near the end. Constantly we get asked by clients in those kinds of niches in the industry, is that, you know, I really struggle to get in front of couples, and this is a really easy way that you can do that, because then they're in your world, so they don't have to remember your business name, they don't have to remember, you know, think about how many people we meet every single day. There's no chance someone's like being remembered of somebody that they met at a wedding fair 9 months ago when it comes to booking that service. So having an email nurture sequence and an email marketing setup for your business enables you to constantly remind that couple of how awesome you are, your credentials, why they loved you, why they gave you their details in the first place.
So with all this in mind, we are opening up 5 slots for some of you lovely guys to get some email support from us. This is something that we are really, really passionate about, and we think that lots more of wedding business owners should be utilising this great tool.
Yeah, we did this last year in the summer. We worked with 5 clients. We only open it up once or twice a year, only to 5 of you. And that's so that we can give you a whole month of support from us, which you can't get in any of our other courses, programs, or online. So what do you get? You get us, our eyes all over your business. We talk to you about your ideal client. We come up with an amazing lead magnet and offer in terms of to get people into your sequence.
So once this system is set up in your business, this is going to get your clients booking for years to come. This is something that is can work for you for not just this wedding season, not just the next wedding season, for many seasons to come.
Absolutely. And you know, hop into our Facebook group or have a chat with us if you want to find out more information about why we're great at this. We really concentrated on email marketing, and I know a couple of times we mentioned this on the podcast, how we decided to get really intentional about email marketing last year to improve our open rates and our click-through rates, etc. We've been able to take our business up to an open rate of over 60%. It sits at around 70% in our own funnel. So in our own funnel, and if you've ever signed up for something from us, you will be entered into our email sequence as well. And that's exactly what we're going to do for your business. So industry standard apparently normally sits at around 2 to 3% for a good open rate, which is considered. Now, I don't want to put as much effort into my email marketing if that's the only return I'm going to get. We're hitting like 60 to 70% on our open rate, which is amazing. So if you're opening our emails, thank you so much. And it just goes to show that with this setup in place, it really helps you to build that know, like, and trust factor, because people are coming back and opening our emails. Then on the other side of the thing, what we want to do is nurture and then take you to a sale. In March of last year, we were in mid-launch for something. In one email, we were able to generate £6,000 worth of sales in under an hour from an email that we sent. And we know that this is working for our clients as well. We know that our clients that have implemented this in, so last year we worked with 5 amazing clients. One of the clients was a wedding planner. She's going to do us a little video, isn't she?
Yes.
Just to kind of say what's happened with her business since she put this into place. But she's booked, like, didn't she say that after she put that in the first month, she booked 3 weddings in the first month of having, since working with us, so since we set this up in her business. So it's definitely worth, like, you need to think in your head, how much is 3 weddings worth to me? So yeah, it's a massive return on investment, isn't it? And it's the only way currently you get to work with the 2 of us as well. And if anyone's ever worked with us on the past, whether it's been on a social media audit, or even if you've bought one of our courses or products, or even our email marketing templates that we do that are separate to this, but anything like that, you know that we just give. So we're not going to let you fail. We're going to take you from kind of start, that look, that initial first contact point that your client has with you, right the way through to book, and come up with the best sequence possible for you.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see that happen for you. We love doing little happy dances when you're like, guess what, girls? Like, I've got a booking from the system. It is amazing. We want to see you be as successful as you can. And this is one of those ways that you can do that and get yourself and set yourself as kind of above the rest, really.
Absolutely. So if you want to find out more information about how you can work with us, we're opening up places in Feb, so keep your eyes peeled for that. If you want to get on our wait list, we're going to pop a quick form in the show notes that you can go and have a look at, hopefully today, whether you decide you're going to work with us or you want to set it up on your own. We've inspired you to go and check out email marketing. We know that it's definitely improved our business this year, hasn't it? Like, hugely. And also the clients that we worked with last summer as well, they're doing amazing things with their email marketing. So thanks for joining us this episode. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. Well done, Roxy. Roxy was doing lots of coughing fits in the background. She's still poorly, but well done.
Thank you. Take care, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.